What's up, guys? I got to share some facts about our culture I think are going to blow your mind, and you're going to want to stay tuned for this if you've got teenagers or kids, because I think there's an epidemic that's happening behind the scenes that we need to address. And so here it goes. So, first of all, 98% of men have claimed to watch pornography in the last 6 months, and 73% of women have claimed to watch pornography in the last 6 months. America has the most fast food restaurants per capita. America has the third highest divorce rate in the world, and a whopping 73% of Americans are obese or overweight. What does this tell us? This tells us that we do not have power over the desires of our flesh. We are weak in the flesh, and we overindulge, and we give in to temptations, we give in to lust, and we give in to the desires of the flesh. And so how do we overcome? What do we do to stop divorces, stop pornography, stop destruction, ruin, all the terrible things that happen when we give into our emotions, when we give into these desires? Because the thing that God created for us, which is our souls, do not desire to look at naked children of God, naked daughters of someone. The soul that God gave us does not desire those things. You don't really desire those things on the inside. If you have a good heart, you desire prosperity and peace and love for everybody. But it's with your eye and your flesh and the sin that runs through your veins that goes, well, my wife's not looking. I'm going to go over here and scroll and look at these half-naked girls because it makes me feel good. I don't want my daughters to see this. I don't want my kids to see this, but it makes me feel good. What is it? Does it make your soul feel good, or does it make your flesh feel good? We have to learn discipline to become masters of the flesh. We do not want to be slaves to the patterns of this world, and we have to wake up. The other factor I left out is that the average teenager spends between 5 and 7.5 hours a day on social media. I mean, that doesn't give us any time to yield to God, to the master of this universe, and speak to us. Basically, what we're doing is we're like basically robots to this world. We're like walking zombies. We're doing our jobs. We're doing our sports. We're doing our school. We're doing all these things. We're throwing some prayers out there. If you're a believer, you're throwing some prayers out there, but are we really yielding in the reverence and the power of God? When you spend 20, 30 minutes just trying to listen and clearing out your mind, especially after you sacrifice something, you fasted from something, you said, I'm going to give this to you, God, you will hear God. A lot of people complain, I just don't hear God. I never had a touch of the Spirit. Well, did you really try? Did you get disciplined? God says, for those who are willing and obedient will eat the good things of the land. And that doesn't mean you're going to be super prosperous, but what it means is that you're going to have peace of heart. You're going to have wholeness. See, we all have a broken heart. We all have a God-sized ship on heart. We all have a fissure inside of our soul. God is the glue that holds all of our broken pieces together. He's the only one that can make you feel complete and make you feel whole. So, I'm not trying to be holier than thou right now, but what I want to share with you guys is a new thing that we're going to implement in our family. And it's going to be fasting from social media on Sundays and also from sugar. And what that does is it trains our bodies to say, hey, I have the power over the desires of my flesh. If I'm not going to eat that ice cream today. And you know what that does? The more I can build on that, the next time I get tempted with some lust, maybe it's me. I'm a married man. There's plenty of lust for me on my phone too. I can go, I already know how to have control over my desires. I've done it. On Sundays, I don't look at social media. I want to, but I don't. And I don't have sugar. And so when that lust comes my way, I know how to say no. But the more that we say yes to the desires of our flesh, the harder it is to say no. So we have to align our yeses with God. What does God say about it? Does it align with the Bible? Does it align with what He says? I think teaching our teenagers to say, hey, like social media is a right, it's not a privilege, and it's not a lifeline. You actually don't have to have it. We show them that for a full 24 hours, they can live without it. It's going to just pay dividends into their future. I already brought it up to my kids, and they were beside themselves. They think I'm crazy. And they've had Snapchat for a few months now. And they already think I'm crazy to say we're going to take it away for one day. So that just goes to show you how dependent we are. Finally, we don't really want to conform to the patterns of this world. The culture is very clamorous and insistent upon your attention, and it does not appeal to your faith. What that means is the culture is like banging pots and pans together. It's saying, look at me, look at me, look at me. Be like me, be loud. It doesn't appeal to your faith. The Bible is decreasing. The amount of people in faith right now is declining. Do we need it less? No, we don't need it less. We need it just as much as we've ever needed. There is one God. There's one creator. There's one power to put breath in your lungs. There's one makers of the heaven and the earth. There's one God. We don't have to overcomplicate it. There is a story. It is Jesus. He's the image of the invisible God. He was created. All things were created through him and for him, and by him all things hold together. Jesus is the concept of everything, and without him we have nothing. So if you're looking for fullness, completeness, wholeness, whatever you're looking for, you can find it in the easy yoke of Jesus. Jesus wants to give you rest for your restless heart. There is a pinnacle of joy that we can have today. There's a supernatural joy we can have in ordinary and dull moments. We don't have to be partying. We don't have to be on vacation. You can just be doing your normal tasks, doing your dishes, doing your laundry, going to work, and have a supernatural confidence in your heart, knowing that there's hope for a better tomorrow. I hope this finds you guys well. Thank you.